Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So off we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this guy Pedro Neto is a real footballing thoroughbred, Peter, and I'm a huge fan of his direct style. There's a genuine intensity and aggression in everything he does, but that doesn't seem to diminish his...
And the shot! Nicely spread. Juve. That's been cut out, well played. And the pass is intercepted. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Robertson. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pickford clears. Now it's Pedro Neto. He's shifting through the gears here. Good read, needed to be. Neither side yet able to find the net. Bellingham can see things, others simply cannot. Now that looks a decent ball. Stood up well to him there. Rice was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Haaland. Chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Rijkaard charging forward, the ball at his feet. Bellingham. And that's been slipped through. There's the shot! Goal! They are purring, truly purring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Van Bouten did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And it's Pedri. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for options for movement. Okazaki is wide and looking to get onto this. The ball is loose and the chase is on. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Bellingham has created one goal already. Oh, that's fabulous. Haaland receives... Haaland! Yes! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! There was no getting to that. And that is indeed the final act. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Barcelona are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. And so the action is resumed. Oh, nicely intercepted. Lahm. Juve. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Real chance! And he's heaved it away. No, again, there's no way through. Pedri. Pedri scooting forward. He's picked his way through. He's having a shot! No, not quite.
Bellingham clearly was a little selfish there, but I don't think it was a bad attempt.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Plays a sharp little ball here. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he's gone backward here. Oh, he's having a go! Keeper gets just about enough of it.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
It's a threatening ball. He's in a good... He's had a shot! And there's a goal! Just cruising! They are cruising! Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Barcelona are having a ball here. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. Closing in on goal. And a chance! And he hits the net. And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Driving on and making good progress. Tries to pass it. Tries a shot! And yes, it's there! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them. Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Out of play for a throw. Belletti. And Akanji. Kimmich. Aimed beyond the defence. Picked out brilliant. And the shot! And a neat finish. How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And it's De Bruyne. Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Belletti. And here's Batistuta. He is through here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And there goes the final whistle. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. There's the whistle. So let us enjoy the company here of one of Indonesian football's principal pioneers, Jim.
A cracking player, Peter, who showed amazing leadership as well as all the qualities of a terrific winger.
Atep Rizal, akin to royalty. And the cross comes in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Hazard. This might spell danger. Chips it through. And smartly reclaimed. Pedri. And that could set him on his way. He's picked his way through. Chance!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
David Villa! Oh, great effort, but he's produced a save to match.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Caceres attempts a clearance. Neuer. David Villa. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Tries to play it through. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Haaland. Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that has been cut short. Always onto this. Raul. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Now it's Alvarez. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Pedri. And here's Haaland. Haaland proves just a little bit too strong. Now it's Alvarez. Looking for the run. Oh, that's nice. Alvarez. Alvarez's cross. Decent chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. No way through, so back it comes. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And they win it back again. That's a lovely, neat pass. And that is the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Barcelona go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very safe.
Goes for the shot! And it's in! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's Rice.
Barcelona always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
And the pass is intercepted. Threads one in. Shapes to shoot! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. A case now of complete control.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. There's the shot! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
Barcelona really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And they're quick to get it back. Real chance! In he goes again. Off the post. And that's a good finish. They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Barcelona have opted to make another change here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Albert Ferrer. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Rizal! And that's past the post.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change. Batistuta. Oh, that's fabulous. And Batistuta! And it's been taken short. Pings in across. He's had a go. Lewandowski gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nicely spread. Lewandowski providing an outlet on that flank. And he welcomes it in. Takes a shot! Oh, denied at the last.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Towering header! It's run loose, and again! He's put it wide.
Barcelona are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
And this is Lewandowski. Bellingham gets into a... Bellingham! Oh, impressive strike. The message is clear. None shall pass. Well timed, excellent interception. Now then, the ball's come loose. And it's Guti. Aimed beyond the defence. And he shoots! And he hits the net! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
And that's that. Barcelona have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So that's got things underway. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham. For one so young, he has wonderful intelligence and a great ability to read the game. the most expensive 17-year-old in the game too, and he's got a wonderful natural feel of space.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And he's managed to get free. And he's quick to snatch it back. Great ball, and he's in here. And he can clear it away.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Haaland. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And that was asking for too much.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
And it's Pedri. Now there's a fine ball. And a shot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And we have our very first corner. Bastoni with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, nicely intercepted. Vitinha. And here's Ferran Torres. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Now it's Haaland. Look at the space here. Conte. Bernardo Silva. Oh, it's come loose. Bastoni has a look and plays it forward. Raul has the space to scheme.
Decent attempt, that, just a little mistimed.
Upamecano. And it's Bellingham. He has a look up. Conte. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Short changes him with that pass. Bernardo Silva. Vitinha. Bellingham. Raul. Played out towards the right wing. And it's Vitinha. Schlotterbeck. Bellingham. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Barcelona really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Vitinha. Pedri. Now it's Ferran Torres. Now that's well seen too. Bellingham plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Haaland. That's tidy. Vitinha. And he's had it nicked away. Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Shot a goal! And that's a tidy finish. Simplicity itself.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
The first breakthrough.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Out towards the flank. And that's aimed into the middle. Upamecano clears it away. Haaland. Now it's Ferran Torres.
Barcelona have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And he's there to belt it away.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Looking for the run. This looks promising. Oh, that's superb. Goes down, but nothing given. The final 5 minutes. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Casapia really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And this is Raul. And the referee brings it to a close. Barcelona have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Bellingham taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it turned out to be a bit of a slow burner, this one, Peter. Still, I think the goal...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. So straight into the action.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing. And that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
Passing nice and neat. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, that's cause for mild irritation. That's destined for the flank. Azar. There will be a throw-in. Raul. Lewandowski! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Oh, terrible. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. Tries a shot! Goal! Barcelona! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
He's had a shot! And that's a tidy finish. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
He's got away. Raul. It's Raul! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Well, that has not gone well. Plays a sharp... Great chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2, then. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Bale. Baresi. And this is Messi. And the shot! Superb goal! Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Messi demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Manchester United leading now.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Aimed beyond. Shot, surely! Now, who's going to be first to this? That'll be a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. terrific effort! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Van Basten certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Rijkaard. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. So we reached the halfway point.
Well, I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Koundé, Silvestre. Now Nico Williams. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bellingham.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Rice. Azar plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And that's going wide left. That is ended up in no man's land. Nicely spread.
Barcelona may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Van Bouten cuts it out.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Raul. Great ball if he can get there.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, easy pickings there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is a brilliant interception. And he's there to get it away. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Williams. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Manchester United clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Yamal. Turns back here, probably the best option. Barcelona are running out of time and out of options.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
And now they can spring out of defence. Played into the box. Raya deals with that nice and simple.
Manchester United really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Nico Williams in acres of space out wide. Ah, such a clever touch. The end. Time is up. Barcelona can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, in all honesty, Peter, this would have been seen as a very winnable game, but it turned into a typical case of how...